The moment you've all been waiting for has arrived, and trust us, it's nothing like anyone expected. Mona Scott, the mastermind behind some of the most talked about reality television moments in recent years, is now at the center of a storm that no one saw coming. Hidden cameras, secret meetings, and whispers behind closed doors have all led to one shocking revelation: a secret casting call, carefully concealed from the public eye, has been leaked. And not just that, one of the show's own cast members has allegedly blown the lid off Mona's plan, exposing intentions that could change the trajectory of the series forever. Fans are shocked, rumors are spreading like wildfire, and emotions ran high as insiders scrambled to figure out who betrayed whom. The tension between loyalty and ambition, friendship and rivalry, has never been more palpable. And the backstage drama promises to rival anything viewers have ever seen on screen. Sources say the cast member who spoke out did so under the weight of their conscience, revealing a chain of events that has left producers scrambling and social media erupting. The family was left divided, with alliances questioned and secrets that were once tightly held now threatening to unravel the carefully crafted public image of everyone involved. Every whispered conversation, every tense glance backstage, every late-night text is now under scrutiny, and fans can't help but speculate on the fallout. The revelation has sparked heated debates online, with theories flying faster than the truth can even be verified. Could this leak signal the end of long-standing partnerships, or is it simply the beginning of a new era of drama and betrayal? The answers are far from clear. But one thing is certain: what you're about to see and hear will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Mona Scott, her vision, and the people closest to her. Emotions are raw, tempers are flaring, and every character involved is being forced to confront the consequences of their choices. The lines between friend and foe have blurred, and the tension is so thick it could be cut with a knife. Get ready, because this isn't just another behind-the-scenes story, it's a full-blown reality television storm, and it's about to hit harder than anyone expected. As the secrets continue to surface and alliances are tested, you'll witness shocking confessions, heated arguments, and a cascade of betrayals that promise to redefine the very foundation of the show. The countdown to chaos has begun, and the only thing certain is that no one is safe from the fallout. Fans are already speculating who will rise, who will fall, and who will be left completely exposed when the dust settles. Every camera angle, every social media post, every seemingly innocent comment could hold the key to understanding the drama that's about to explode. The clock is ticking, the tension is mounting, and the secret casting call that was never meant to be revealed has now set off a chain reaction that will have the world talking for weeks to come. Are you ready to find out the truth? Because once you see what happened behind closed doors, there's no going back. From the moment the secret casting call leaked, chaos erupted behind the polished walls of Mona Scott's empire. Whispers spread faster than wildfire, and the cast member who revealed the plan was immediately thrust into a spotlight they never asked for. The leak itself was just the tip of the iceberg. Sources close to the production described a room full of tension, where loyalties were questioned and every glance seemed loaded with suspicion. Mona, known for her sharp instincts and ability to control narratives, suddenly found herself scrambling to contain the fallout. It wasn't just about a casting call anymore. It was about trust, reputation, and the unraveling of a carefully constructed world. Fans on social media immediately picked up on the drama, dissecting every post, every story, and every hint of betrayal, creating a frenzy that neither the cast nor production could ignore. One insider described the atmosphere as toxic, electric, and completely unpredictable. Cast members were reportedly torn, some defending Mona, insisting she had the show's best interests at heart, while others whispered about hidden agendas, secret meetings, and manipulation behind closed doors. The cast member who leaked the information, only known through cryptic social media posts and private messages, admitted that the decision was agonizing, that the weight of secrecy had become unbearable. The confession, whether intentional or accidental, sent shockwaves through everyone involved. Emotions ran high as confrontations erupted in hallways and green rooms. "I can't keep pretending this isn't happening," the leaked cast member reportedly told a close friend, their voice shaking with a mix of fear and defiance. The revelation exposed more than just a casting call. It highlighted fractures within the team, rivalries that had simmered beneath the surface, and alliances that were not as solid as they appeared on camera. As producers scrambled to manage the narrative, private meetings were held late into the night, strategies were rewritten, and damage control became the priority. But even the most meticulous plans couldn't prevent the rapid spread of gossip. nor could they stop the cast from airing grievances in whispers and pointed glances. The media caught wind almost instantly, and blogs, podcasts, and forums were flooded with speculation. Every fan had a theory, and every theory added fuel to the already raging fire. Meanwhile, Mona faced a personal dilemma. How do you maintain authority when one of your own has gone public with confidential plans? Every decision she made was scrutinized, every word interpreted, and every silence magnified. The leak also had a psychological effect on the cast. Some felt vindicated, relieved that secrets were finally revealed, while others were consumed with fear of being next. Behind closed doors, arguments flared between cast members who had once presented themselves as inseparable friends. The divide was stark, and even moments of levity were tinged with tension, as no one could fully trust the other. The dynamics shifted daily, with alliances forming and breaking like fragile glass. Friends became foes overnight, and whispers of betrayal echoed through hallways. In one intense encounter, a heated argument reportedly left a cast members in tears. Their voices raised, accusing each other of dishonesty and manipulation. "You knew and you didn't tell me?" one shouted, while the other responded, "I was protecting myself. Why are you so shocked?" The exchange captured the raw, unfiltered emotion that had been building for weeks, and insiders claimed that the incident was only a preview of the chaos to come. As the story unfolded, fans became more invested than ever, dissecting past episodes for hidden hints, reading between lines, and trying to predict who would be next to reveal secrets. Mona's role was central yet complicated. She was both orchestrator and target, praised for her vision yet blamed for creating an environment ripe for betrayal. Her interactions with the cast were tense, professional, yet layered with an undercurrent of suspicion. Every meeting, every phone call, and every decision became a potential flashpoint. And the pressure of maintaining control while managing human emotion weighed heavily. Meanwhile, the cast member who leaked the call struggled with public perception. Online forums were divided, some hailing them as courageous truth-tellers, others condemning them as disloyal and opportunistic. The conflicting reactions created a storm of anxiety, forcing them to navigate threats, praise, and criticism all at once. The intensity of the situation reached a boiling point when another unexpected twist emerged. Rumors began circulating that certain cast members had attempted to manipulate the situation for personal gain, turning the initial leak into a tangled web of deception and hidden motives. Some insiders claimed to have seen secret notes exchanged, cryptic text messages, and covert conversations that suggested premeditated strategy. The complexity of human emotion, ambition, and rivalry turned what could have been a simple scandal into a full-blown drama that felt scripted for maximum tension. As days passed, the energy on set shifted. Moments of camaraderie were fleeting, replaced by suspicion and guarded interactions. The cast member who started the leak reportedly faced whispers behind their back, silent glares in the mirror of cameras, and passive-aggressive remarks that cut deeper than any confrontation. Yet, amid the chaos, there were moments of vulnerability. One cast member was caught in tears, admitting privately, "I didn't sign up for this. I thought we were friends. I thought we were family." The confession revealed the emotional toll of the unfolding drama and reminded everyone that beyond the glitz, fame, and cameras, real people were navigating betrayal, trust, and disappointment. The public followed every development eagerly. Social media accounts dedicated to analyzing the cast's reactions saw unprecedented engagement, while fan pages speculated endlessly about the implications. Every revelation, every argument, and every cryptic comment fueled discussions and debates. Turning the leak into more than a behind-the-scenes story, it became a cultural talking point. As the tension escalated, Mona faced an ultimate challenge. Could she reassert control, mend broken alliances, and salvage her vision for the show? Insiders claimed she held emergency meetings, realigned casting strategies, and even called in former producers for guidance, all in an effort to contain the fallout. Yet, the unpredictability of human emotion proved difficult to manage. The cast's personal ambitions, insecurities, and grudges collided, creating volatile interactions that kept everyone on edge. The secret casting call had been intended to expand the show's narrative, introduce new dynamics, and energize the storyline, but instead, it became a catalyst for unrest. What was meant to be a controlled strategic move spiraled into a situation where every choice was questioned, every relationship tested, and every motive scrutinized. Some cast members began forming secret alliances, plotting behind closed doors to protect themselves or advance their agendas. Trust became currency, and betrayal was a constant threat. Even casual conversations were analyzed, and moments of silence became suspicious. The leak, though only a single event, had cascading effects that reshaped the social and emotional landscape of the cast. Fans could see the tension even in carefully curated social media posts. Emojis, comments, and subtle gestures were interpreted as signals, creating a narrative that extended beyond the cameras and into the daily lives of the cast. The situation escalated further when a confrontational scene was filmed, capturing a heated exchange that insiders described as the most explosive moment in the show's history. Voices were raised, tears flowed, and accusations flew, leaving the crew scrambling to maintain composure while realizing that this drama might redefine reality television standards. Every participant, from the cast to the crew, faced pressure to navigate the fallout delicately. Friendships were tested, careers were potentially at stake, and public perception loomed large over every interaction. The leak had not only revealed secrets but exposed vulnerabilities, personal conflicts, and the human cost of entertainment. Yet, amidst the tension and drama, moments of strategy emerged. Mona and her team began planning how to incorporate the leak into the narrative, turning adversity into content. Interviews, confessionals, and scenes were carefully orchestrated to highlight raw emotion, capture the chaos, and maintain viewer engagement, demonstrating the fine line between reality and production. The impact of the leak continued to reverberate. Cast members reassessed their relationships, the media amplified every incident, and fans eagerly awaited the next revelation. The unfolding drama illustrated that in the world of reality television, no secret stays hidden forever, and the consequences of exposure can ripple through personal and professional lives in unexpected ways. As the days unfolded, the cast navigated a maze of suspicion, ambition, and emotion, with every step carefully observed, every reaction scrutinized, and every choice carrying weight. The leaked casting call, once a simple administrative decision, had ignited a storm of human emotion, betrayal, and raw, unfiltered reality that would continue to dominate conversations both on and off the screen. It was clear that the consequences of this revelation would not be contained, and the tension set the stage for further drama, conflict, and shocking revelations that fans would not want to miss. From the moment the storm of the leak hit, the atmosphere on set became almost unbearable. Cast members moved like shadows, careful with every word, every glance, and every interaction, aware that the tension could explode at any second. The cast member who had exposed Mona Scott's secret plan felt the weight of their decision pressing down relentlessly. Some days they were met with silent support, quiet nods from those who secretly agreed, and on other days, they were confronted with whispered threats and icy glares that made even simple conversations feel like navigating a minefield. Mona herself was a study in controlled chaos, walking the fine line between authority and vulnerability. Insiders described her as alternating between moments of sharp, calculated command and rare flashes of personal reflection, moments where the gravity of the situation seemed to hit her. In one heated encounter, a longtime cast member cornered the leaker in a hallway, their voices low but cutting. "Do you understand what you've done?" they demanded, the anger in their tone betraying weeks of simmering resentment. "You've put everyone at risk." The response was equally tense, a mixture of defiance and fear. "I did what had to be done. Secrets like this shouldn't exist. People need to know the truth." The argument, though brief, set the tone for a cascade of confrontations that would ripple through the cast over the following days. Meanwhile, the production crew struggled to manage the fallout. Cameras rolled relentlessly, capturing every interaction, every expression, and every whisper. The leak had inadvertently provided a goldmine of content, moments of real, raw emotion that viewers would later dissect frame by frame. Yet, the crew's excitement was tempered by the emotional toll on the cast. Private meetings were held in small, soundproof rooms, where confidences were shared and strategies debated. Some cast members sought reassurance from Mona, hoping to align themselves with her vision, while others quietly plotted, trying to leverage the chaos to their advantage. Fans online were watching with feverish anticipation. Social media exploded with speculation, theories about who was loyal, who had betrayed whom, and what the ultimate consequences would be. The leaked casting call itself became almost mythical, a document that everyone believed held the key to understanding the intricate web of alliances, rivalries, and secret motivations. In the midst of all this, unexpected alliances formed. Two cast members who had previously clashed found themselves united by a common goal: navigating the aftermath and protecting their positions on the show. Their whispered strategies, text messages, and covert meetings became the subject of endless fan discussion, as everyone tried to predict what would happen next. At the same time, Others struggled under the pressure. Private conversations revealed fractures, doubts, and moments of self-doubt. Some admitted to feeling betrayed by friends they had trusted implicitly, while others grappled with guilt for remaining silent. The human element of reality television, the vulnerability, ambition, and emotional rawness was now fully exposed. One particularly dramatic incident involved a confrontation in the green room, where emotions erupted in a torrent of accusations, tears, and confessions. "You always said we were family," one cast member yelled, voice cracking. "But now you've proven otherwise." The scene was intense, a collision of personal and professional stakes that left everyone in the room reeling. Mona, observing from a distance, was forced to intervene. Her calm, yet authoritative presence, attempting to restore order while acknowledging the emotional chaos that had been unleashed. The leak also introduced a new layer of complexity: the role of outsiders. Fans, bloggers, and even former cast members who had remained silent suddenly became active participants, interpreting every action, reading between lines, and speculating endlessly. Every post, every comment, and every subtle gesture became fodder for discussion, amplifying the pressure on the current cast. As the days passed, the cast member responsible for the leak faced mounting challenges. Rumors of retaliation, whispers of manipulation, and public judgment created a tense environment where every interaction had consequences. Yet, moments of courage emerged. The leaker continued to stand by their decision, asserting that transparency and truth were worth the personal and professional risks. Their stance inspired some, enraged others, and set the stage for escalating drama. Mona's strategy evolved in response. She began orchestrating carefully framed interviews, confessionals, and scenes designed to capture authentic emotion while guiding the narrative. Every move was deliberate, balancing the need to maintain authority with the reality of exposed vulnerabilities. In parallel, cast members navigated a minefield of interpersonal conflict. Friendships were tested, alliances questioned, and past grievances resurfaced. The tension became palpable, visible even in mundane interactions. Shared meals, rehearsals, and casual conversations all became arenas for subtle conflict and strategic positioning. Unexpected revelations continued to surface. Insiders reported that some cast members had engaged in covert communications with external sources, attempting to shape public perception, manipulate fan reactions, and secure personal advantage. The tangled web of secrecy, ambition, and emotion deepened, creating a complex narrative that blurred the line between reality and calculated strategy. The intensity reached a peak during a confrontation that captured global attention. Two cast members, previously aligned, turned on each other in a verbal battle that was both vicious and heartbreaking. Accusations flew like daggers, with claims of betrayal, dishonesty, and manipulation filling the room. Production staff scrambled to maintain composure, while cameras captured every second, ensuring that the moment would become iconic within the show's lore. Fans reacted instantly. Hashtags, viral clips, and commentary flooded social media, magnifying the emotional stakes and creating a feedback loop that intensified the drama on set. The leak had not only altered relationships, but had also reshaped the cultural conversation around the show, creating unprecedented engagement and fan involvement. Amidst the chaos, Mona attempted to reclaim control, convening strategic meetings, adjusting casting decisions, and addressing conflicts directly. Yet, the unpredictability of human emotion remained a formidable obstacle. Each resolution seemed to uncover new tensions, and every attempt at peace was met with resistance, skepticism, or further conflict. The emotional landscape of the cast became increasingly complex, with some members thriving under pressure, others collapsing under scrutiny, and a few maneuvering deftly to capitalize on the turmoil. Even casual moments became charged with significant. Smiles were analyzed, whispers recorded, and neutral gestures interpreted as subtle signals of loyalty or betrayal. The leak, which began as a single breach of confidentiality, had snowballed into a full-scale exploration of human ambition, vulnerability, and conflict. Every interaction, decision, and emotion was now subject to scrutiny, both on set and by the fervent fanbase, creating a dynamic environment where reality, perception, and strategy intertwined. In the days following the leak, confrontations multiplied, alliances shifted, and the emotional intensity showed no signs of abating. The cast member who initiated the revelation continued to navigate the turbulent waters, balancing fear, pride, and responsibility, while Mona adjusted her approach to maintain narrative control and preserve the integrity of the show. Each scene captured, each interaction filmed, and each confessional recorded contributed to a story that was as unpredictable as it was compelling. Insiders emphasized that the emotional stakes were higher than ever, with personal and professional lives intertwined in a complex dance of loyalty, deception, and ambition. The ripple effects of the leak extended beyond the immediate cast. Family members, friends, and associates found themselves drawn into the orbit of the drama, providing counsel, expressing concern, and sometimes intensifying the tension through unsolicited opinions. The emotional gravity of the situation became increasingly evident, demonstrating that reality television, at its core, was a reflection of human complexity magnified for public consumption. As the narrative unfolded, fans remained riveted, dissecting every detail, predicting outcomes, and eagerly anticipating the next revelation. The combination of raw emotion, strategic maneuvering, and unfiltered human interaction created a story that was both compelling and unpredictable, reinforcing the enduring appeal of the show and the profound impact of the leaked casting call. The stage was set for further escalations, confrontations, and revelations that promised to redefine the relationships, power dynamics, and emotional landscape of everyone involved. The leak had opened a Pandora's box of drama, and the consequences were only beginning to manifest. The aftermath of the leak continued to reverberate through every corner of the production, leaving the cast on edge and the crew scrambling to maintain order. Every interaction became a potential flashpoint, with words weighed carefully, glances interpreted, and motives constantly questioned. The cast member who had revealed Mona Scott's secret casting call found themselves at the epicenter of a storm that showed no signs of abating. Some days they were met with quiet understanding, subtle nods from those who shared their perspective, while on others, the air was thick with accusation, suspicion, and barely concealed anger. Mona, always calculated yet now visibly pressured, was forced to confront the reality that her authority could be challenged from within. She walked the tightrope between maintaining control and managing the emotional fallout, all while the cameras rolled relentlessly, capturing every ounce of tension. Heated exchanges became routine. In one particularly intense moment, two cast members confronted each other in a hallway, their voices low but charged with accusation. "You've been playing games this whole time," one whispered, eyes flashing. "You think we don't see through you." The other responded with equal intensity, "I'm doing what I have to do. Don't act like you're innocent." The confrontation, though private, reverberated across the set, setting off a chain reaction of anxiety, whispers, and further confrontations. The crew, though trained to handle chaos, found themselves caught between capturing authentic emotion and diffusing tensions that threatened to spiral out of control. Private meetings became frequent and urgent, with cast members seeking reassurance, strategy, and guidance, while others schemed quietly, leveraging the uncertainty for personal advantage. The leak had created a unique social hierarchy, where loyalty was a fragile commodity and trust a scarce resource. Fans, of course, were fully immersed. Social media buzzed with speculation, debate, and dissection, each comment and post adding fuel to the growing inferno. Theories about alliances, hidden motives, and future betrayals proliferated, turning the leak into a global conversation. Even former cast members who had remained silent suddenly became key figures in online discussions, offering insights, criticism, and theories that further amplified the tension. As the days went on, the emotional toll on the cast intensified. Private conversations revealed cracks, insecurities, and long-suppressed grudges. Some admitted to feeling abandoned by friends they trusted implicitly, while others wrestled with guilt over staying silent. The complexity of human emotion, ambition, and loyalty was on full display, unfiltered and raw. In one scene that would later become iconic, a cast member broke down in tears during a green room confrontation. "I thought we were family," they cried, voice quivering. "But now everything feels like a lie." The raw emotion stunned everyone present, leaving Mona to navigate both the chaos and the optics of the situation. The leak also had strategic repercussions. Some cast members engaged in covert communication, sharing information, subtly influencing narratives, and attempting to shift public perception. Whispered conversations, cryptic text messages, and behind-the-scenes planning became critical elements in the evolving drama. The interplay between personal ambition and collective strategy intensified, creating an environment where every action, every word, and every decision carried enormous weight. Tensions erupted further during a filming session that insiders described as explosive and unforgettable. Voices were raised, accusations hurled, and tears flowed as cast members confronted both past grievances and present betrayals. the production team worked tirelessly to capture the authentic intensity while ensuring safety and decorum. Though the raw emotion sometimes felt unstoppable, fans reacted instantly, turning clips into viral moments, speculating about motivations, and debating potential outcomes. The leaked casting call had transcended its original purpose, evolving into a catalyst for unprecedented engagement, scrutiny, and drama. Mona, acutely aware of the narrative power now at her disposal, began to reshape the storyline, integrating the real-life tension into the show while attempting to manage personal and professional fallout. Yet, the unpredictability of emotion and human behavior made control tenuous. Alliances shifted constantly, friends turned into rivals, whispers of betrayal circulated, and moments of vulnerability were exploited as leverage. The emotional landscape became increasingly complex, with cast members navigating fear, ambition, loyalty, and resentment simultaneously. Even minor gestures, an avoided gaze, a casual comment, a smile, were scrutinized and interpreted as indicators of allegiance or duplicity. As the drama escalated, the public remained captivated. Fans dissected every nuance, every interaction, and every subtle sign, generating theories, arguments, and anticipation that fueled the ongoing chaos. The leak had created a feedback loop, where public attention intensified on-set tension, and on-set tension amplified public fascination. Amidst the turmoil, Mona faced a unique challenge, balancing narrative control with authentic emotion. She orchestrated confessionals, strategic interviews, and carefully staged interactions that highlighted the human drama while guiding the overarching story. Production staff meticulously curated footage to ensure that the evolving chaos translated into compelling content without undermining the integrity of the show. At the same time, the cast continued to wrestle with personal and professional dilemmas. Some thrived in the heightened environment, leveraging the drama to assert influence or elevate their profile. Others struggled, overwhelmed by scrutiny, criticism, and emotional strain. Even moments meant for levity became charged with tension, as trust and suspicion permeated every interaction. Unexpected developments kept the drama alive. New information surfaced, suggesting that some cast members had collaborated secretly with outside parties to manipulate fan perception, further complicating the intricate web of trust, betrayal, and strategy. The narrative grew increasingly multifaceted, blending reality, perception, and calculated maneuvering into a complex tapestry that defied simple resolution. One of the most dramatic moments involved a direct confrontation between the cast member who leaked the call and another, individual, previously considered loyal. Voices escalated, accusations of dishonesty and betrayal flew, and emotions reached a fever pitch. Production staff captured every second, understanding that these raw, unfiltered moments were the essence of reality television, moments that would define both the season and the show's legacy. Fans, naturally, were relentless. Speculation ran rampant, theories multiplied, and engagement reached unprecedented levels. Hashtags trended, clips went viral, and commentary flooded every platform, turning the leak into a cultural phenomenon. Mona, navigating both the public narrative and the internal chaos, worked tirelessly to realign alliances, manage conflicts, and preserve the show's vision. Yet, the unpredictability of human behavior continued to challenge her authority. Each resolution seemed temporary, each compromise fragile, and each strategy constantly tested by emotion, ambition, and circumstance. The leak, initially a single act of disclosure, had ignited a chain reaction that reshaped every relationship, every interaction, and every decision. The cast's emotional landscape, previously stable under controlled conditions, was now a volatile mix of fear, ambition, resentment, and vulnerability. Every moment was now a performance layered with strategy, yet genuine human emotion leaked through, creating tension and drama that no script could fully predict. In parallel, family members, friends, and associates outside the production became entwined in the drama. Unsolicited opinions, private advice, and public commentary amplified pressure on the cast, adding layers of complexity and emotional strain. The social web surrounding the cast expanded exponentially, intertwining personal and professional stakes with public perception. As the narrative evolved, confrontations multiplied, alliances shifted, and emotional stakes rose higher than ever before. Every interaction, conversation, and reaction became material for both the ongoing storyline and fan speculation. The leaked casting call, once a single confidential document, had become the catalyst for an unprecedented exploration of loyalty, ambition, human emotion, and the unpredictable consequences of truth exposed. It was clear to everyone involved that the repercussions would continue to unfold, reshaping relationships, power dynamics, and emotional landscapes in ways no one could have anticipated. The stage was set for even more shocking developments, confrontations, and revelations that promised to redefine the entire season and leave viewers on edge. The leak had transformed reality television into a living, breathing drama where every moment mattered, every choice carried weight, and the consequences were as unpredictable as they were compelling. The tension that had been simmering since the leak now boiled over, leaving the cast and crew in a state of near constant alert. Every interaction, no matter how casual, was scrutinized, analyzed, and dissected, creating an environment where even a fleeting glance could spark conflict. The cast member who had revealed Mona Scott's secret casting call was navigating a perilous landscape, balancing fear, pride, and the fallout from their bold decision. Some days they were met with subtle nods of solidarity, quiet gestures from those who supported their choice, while on other days, they were subjected to icy stares, whispered accusations, and whispered threats that left them constantly on edge. Mona herself was a picture of controlled intensity. She moved through the set like a general overseeing a battlefield, calculating each move, measuring each word, and attempting to anticipate the unpredictable consequences of human emotion. Insiders described her as alternating between decisive command and moments of rare vulnerability. Moments when the pressure of managing both the cast and the narrative seemed to weigh heavily on her. Arguments erupted with increasing frequency. In one instance, two cast members confronted each other privately, voices low but laden with accusation. "You knew, and you said nothing," one hissed, eyes flashing. "How could you betray us like this?" The other responded, equally intense, "I did what I thought was right. You're acting like you're innocent." The confrontation, though brief, rippled across the set, setting off further whispers, alliances reconsidered, and strategic repositioning. Production staff, though trained for chaos, faced unprecedented challenges. Capturing authentic emotion while diffusing potential eruptions required careful coordination, rapid decision-making, and nerves of steel. Private strategy sessions became frequent, some cast members seeking guidance from Mona, while others schemed quietly, leveraging uncertainty to gain advantage. Loyalty had become a fragile commodity, trust a rare resource, and every word or gesture a potential weapon. Fans were relentless in their engagement. Social media exploded with speculation, debate, and analysis. The leaked casting call became an object of obsession, a document rumored to contain hidden motives, secret alliances, and explosive revelations. Discussion boards, fan pages, and blogs dissected every rumor, theory, and hint, amplifying tension both on and off the set. The emotional toll on the cast was undeniable. Private conversations revealed vulnerability, self-doubt, and long-suppressed grievances. Feelings of betrayal, resentment, and guilt intertwined, creating a charged atmosphere where every interaction was laden with consequence. In one unforgettable scene, a cast member broke down in tears, the weight of exposed secrets and fractured friendships overwhelming them. "I thought we were family," they sobbed. "How did it come to this?" The raw emotion stunned everyone present, forcing Mona to step in, balancing authority with empathy in an attempt to contain the chaos. Strategic maneuvering intensified as the leak reshaped the social hierarchy. Some cast members engaged in covert communication with outsiders, attempting to manipulate narratives, influence public perception, and protect themselves from the fallout. Whispers, cryptic messages, and subtle alliances added layers of complexity to an already volatile environment. The dramatic stakes reached new heights during a filming session described by insiders as explosive. Voices were raised, tears flowed, and accusations flew as cast members confronted both past and present grievances. The production team captured every moment, understanding that authentic human emotion was the engine of reality television. Fans reacted immediately, dissecting clips, theorizing about relationships, and debating motives. The leak had transformed a confidential casting call into a cultural phenomenon, amplifying engagement and intensifying scrutiny. Mona, aware of the narrative potential, began to strategically integrate the chaos into the show. Confessionals, interviews, and curated scenes highlighted emotional tension while guiding the storyline. Yet, unpredictability remained a constant challenge. Alliances shifted, loyalties wavered, and vulnerability became leverage. Even small gestures, smiles, pauses, avoided eye contact, were interpreted as signs of allegiance or betrayal. The leak had created a domino effect. Relationships fractured, friendships were tested, and the emotional fabric of the cast unraveled in ways no one could have anticipated. Public engagement magnified every detail, creating a feedback loop that intensified on-set tension and fan obsession simultaneously. Family members, friends, and associates outside the production became unwilling participants. Unsolicited advice, commentary, and support added pressure and occasionally heightened conflict. The interplay between private emotion, public perception, and professional strategy became increasingly intricate, making every decision, every interaction, and every confession critical. One particularly intense confrontation involved a cast member confronting the leaker directly, voices sharp and accusatory. Accusations of deceit, manipulation, and betrayal filled the room. Emotions spiraling as both parties fought to assert control and protect themselves. Production staff worked to capture the moment while ensuring safety, aware that these raw interactions would define both the season and the show's legacy. Fans responded with fervor, creating hashtags, viral clips, and endless discussion, ensuring that the leak's consequences extended far beyond the set. Mona's efforts to regain control involved emergency meetings, strategic alignment of allies, and careful handling of public perception. Yet, human unpredictability continued to complicate her plans. Every attempt to restore balance revealed new tensions, every resolution proved temporary, and every strategy was constantly tested by ambition, fear, and emotion. The emotional stakes for the cast remained sky-high. Each moment carried potential for escalation, each conversation a minefield of loyalty, betrayal, and power. The leaked casting call, once a single confidential decision, had evolved into a catalyst for relentless human drama, reshaping interactions, alliances, and emotional dynamics in ways that were impossible to predict. As days passed, confrontations multiplied, tensions soared, and emotional vulnerability became both a weapon and a shield. Every scene captured was infused with raw energy, blending strategy with genuine human reaction. The leak's impact extended into every layer of the production, influencing behavior, guiding narrative, and transforming reality television into a living, breathing storm of emotion, ambition, and unpredictability. As the cast navigated the fallout, secrets continued to emerge. Moments of candid confession, whispered admissions, and unexpected alliances added complexity to the narrative, ensuring that the drama remained not only compelling but entirely unpredictable. Mona's vision for the show was tested like never before, forcing her to adapt quickly, balance narrative control with authenticity, and manage the unpredictable consequences of truth exposed.